Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Roger, the creator of Dungeon Crusade with Grubus Games Unlimited. And I want to first thank you for your time and your interest and your patience and your support with Dungeon Crusade. Um, as the title says, Dungeon Crusade is finished. And this is an intro. I hope you listen. I'm going to try not to be too long, but there's a lot of stuff I'd like to say. What I said to all the amazing backers and people who are pledged for the game and your support and just, your kind words and just your patience. It really meant the world to me. What you're going to see here is the journey of this rule book. And I will tell you guys, I started, to give you a quick history. You'll hear it all in the series coming up. This series was unlisted until right now because I wanted to finish the rule book. Again, it's 100% complete. Which completes Dungeon Crusade. The game is done. And I'm recording this on June 29th. At the start of the year, January, February to March, I had to construct not one, but 6 rule books for Dungeon Crusade. The 4 House of Chance games, the Avalon Adventure board game, and Dungeon Crusade itself. I was on it for every day. I mean, everyone, you could see my post and I was on this every day, hours to get this done. I never took a day off. So in that 3 months it took to write the draft for this rule book, and I'll tell you, I never thought it would take that long, honestly. But I will say I love tough challenges. I think some of you know me pretty well. I love tough challenges in life because at the end of it, anything you do, you're going to better yourself, and I'm quite acclimated at writing rule books now. Even someone else's, a few game designers who have some designs. I said after Dungeon Crusade, they asked for my help, and I said, well, yeah. I said, 'cause I think I have a good system, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised how good this is structured, how well it's written, and I tried to make it very thematic. So again, the first 3 months of the year, it took that long to write that rule book. It was very difficult, but I got very acclimated to it. In April, me and Charlene worked on the edits for a month, and when I started this series, this was in May. That's when it took that long till just a few days ago to I had to put the graphic design together, take all the chunks of text and put it in there, and it took a while to construct. But I will guarantee you that I think you're really gonna enjoy reading through this. I tried to make it very enjoyable for the reader. I don't think this is a rule book. I think it's a Bible, really. So I want to get you into the series, but so just know it's kind of like you're going to do some time traveling with this, all right? You're going to, this is just recorded now, but when you start the series off, the next video you're going to see was done at the beginning of May, because it was very important to me that people know I was on task with this and I was doing the best I can, and I never quit. It's the big thing. I'm undying to the end when I take a task on. To the very end. So you are going to go on a journey with me, what it was like doing this rule book. And I think you're going to find it interesting. You're going to learn about Dungeon Crusade. But just remember, this is why this took so long, this rule book. Real quick before, you're going to see all this, but here I'm going to give you a sneak peek. There is the poster I put together for the update that I'm going to be working on right after this video. My monthly Kickstarter update will be dispatched maybe late tonight. I've got to compile a bunch of videos, but hopefully I can get this out tonight. If not, it'll definitely be tomorrow. And again, this is the announcement that Dungeon Crusade is fully finished because the rule book now is done. This is what we were waiting on. So I hope you enjoy the series, and I'll just give you some highlights of like what you're going to see when you. That's the cover of the, as I call it, the Crusader's Handbook. Inside cover. This is all the 13 heroes of Avalon. So you'll see that. Now I showed this at the very end of the series, but I'll talk about it then. Give you a sneak peek. This is the table of contents I put together. I wanted to have an image that would set the tone for the reader. This creepy dungeon with 2 Blackwood prowlers and a deadly but sexy succubus on this altar thing here. Freddie Lopez, amazing. I asked him to create those, and he threw his own creativity in it. And then, again, because there's 6 rule books in this rule book. So this is like a rule book to rule them all. This is the opposite side that finishes up. And I wanted to have a big shot of north or southeastern Avalon. So I think that's a really good contrast. You know, you have this tight corridor of a dungeon, then it goes out to a huge view of Avalon. One of the coolest sections, and I know I've talked about this a lot, you'll learn about the Avalon Adventure board game. Probably the coolest looking section of the rulebook, I think. It came out graphically just very nice. And again, I'll be talking about this more in depth. I created an index with 158 unique entries because it is critically important to me. Players can find if there's an answer. You know me. You could message me. I'll help you out, or you can look in the index and you'll be able to find anything. I was very, you know, I just wanted a very robust, I guess, informative, comprehensive index for you. Back of the rulebook will have your map of Avalon, and that's it. These are just some shots I just thought I'd go through. So I hope you enjoy this series. And I'm happy, guys. I'm so relieved. I'm excited. This thing is fully complete. And again, this is what we were waiting on, was the completion of the rulebook, and it is done. Next week, I'll be speaking with the manufacturer, and we're going to be, you know, preparing everything. Dungeon Crusade is finished. Guys, go have fun. Enjoy this. Get yourself a soda pop or a sandwich and sit back and relax. And I hope you enjoy this. Again, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time and interest, patience, and support. We did it. Dungeon Crusade is done. Okay, guys. Have a great evening. Enjoy the series, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.